Now, I know CT GamerCon began because of your success with Terrificon. You were looking for another event to do. You talked to your sons who convinced you that video games were the future. But what was the video game system that you started with back in the day, Mitch? Because you're just a few years my senior.
I grew up, I'm a pinball guy myself. I love pinball machines. That's my number one favorite. If I was in the arcade, I used to go to Milford Rec on the Post Road in Milford, Connecticut. And I loved the pinball machines. But video games started coming in, and there was a video game at the corner deli near where I went to school in New Haven, and it was Space Invaders. And then soon it was Asteroid. So I grew up on those machines. But the home console, my cousins had Pong, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. We got an Atari, and that was the end of everything. The Atari 2600 was phenomenal, and then I just got addicted to home video gaming. Went from that one to the ColecoVision, and I had all these Atari games, and I literally was talking about this last night, and it was right next to me. There's the ColecoVision Atari expansion module that lets you play all the Atari games on your ColecoVision. I still got this, and I do not have my Coleco anymore because my wife's roommate stole it back in the 87, so I haven't forgotten. So if you're out there, I'm still waiting for those games to come back. Cannot believe they stole that system from me. All the games, I was like, you son. But anyway, Sega Genesis had that. Then the kids came, then we got PlayStation, then we got Xbox. So I'm up on that stuff. We got Switches, we got Nintendos, we got all those things that came in with the Wii, the thing that used to stand on and do all that. So I know my video games at home. You know what I always loved? I loved those quest games. Games used to have to go look for stuff, and it would take a while, and you'd have to do puzzles and, fight dragons and all that type of thing. And it was like, like a role-playing type of thing. I got into that. Like Final Star, I think Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, yep.
I played that. And there was they were like sagas. Oh, they were beautiful stories. I mean, literally, it was like a comic book. You were like a character in a comic book, and you got to, follow. You chose that path. This would happen if you selected this. This is what happened to you. Like choose your own adventure. Those were fantastic games. Very imaginative.